Thank you to James and to Simon for talking us through teaching. And now, staying with the educational theme, we're now going to focus on how we make lives easier for teachers. The venture partner for a company called Lumici is Mark Breslin. Mark Breslin is the CIO of the Trinity Mirror. He's an advisor to Zapinto, an education company in knowledge management, and he mentors several companies in terms of growth hacking and growth marketing. So, Mark, over to you. Thank you.
Thank you, Nick. I work with a number of startups to help them grow their businesses. And over the last few months, I've had the pleasure of working with Hatif Mahmoud, who is the CEO of Lumici. I say it's a pleasure because from day one, Hatif has been laser focused on absorbing as much knowledge and information in order to help jumpstart growth in his company. Hatif has a deep understanding of the education space, and he is passionate about solving a problem that affects teachers everywhere. I've got kids at school, and I can see, as everybody else can, that technology needs to do so much more for the next generation, and that's why I work with Emerge. Now, in teaching, there are a lot of time-intensive activities that fall outside of core teaching, and one of those is lesson planning. And Lumici aims to solve a problem around lesson planning. And one of the reasons, why I like and love Lumici, the value proposition, it's clear and it's compelling, and it'll work not only in the UK, but in countries all over the world. And with that, I'd like you to put your hands together for Hatif.
Thanks, Mark. Thanks, Mark. Good evening, everyone. My name's Atif. I'm the founder and CEO of Lumici. I'm a former teacher. Having worked in education for over 10 years, I soon realized there was a huge problem around teachers wanting to be able to plan lessons together, but finding it hard to do so. I also saw a problem when teachers and heads of department were away from school or moved schools, that the quality of teaching declined dramatically within the school and department. Lesson planning is a huge problem, and it's a problem that still hasn't been addressed. So what is lesson planning, and why is it such a huge problem? Well, imagine planning 20 high-stakes interactive presentations every week. That's what teachers call lesson planning. For each lesson, the audience is different. You need a separate plan, resources, slides, and interactive elements. So how does it actually work? Well, first, you have to check the curriculum that you're supposed to be teaching. And this changes all the time. You then have to fill out a lesson template form. What you write is mostly repetitive, but you still have to do it. You then create your presentation, which gives your lesson some structure. But you want to fill it with some resources. Now, all your resources live in different folders. Some may be out of date, some might not be worth checking. So you might go online and search for some new ones. But once you've delivered your lesson, you want to get some student feedback to help you plan your future lessons. And it's not easy to share your lesson plan because it lives in so many different places and there's no collaboration. And you do this, everybody does this 20 times per week, spending 15 to 20 hours a week on lesson planning. And it's in the news. 4 out of 10 newly qualified teachers are leaving the profession because of it. And as a former teacher and as a parent, this is something I just deeply care about. And that's why we developed Lumici. Lumici is an online collaborative platform that enables teachers to instantly use and modify existing lesson templates, wherever they may be, improving departmental workflow, efficiency, and saving teachers time. Lumici helps drive up the quality of lesson plans. And just like Google Apps has solved collaborative working in the enterprise, Lumici is solving it for lesson planning in schools. How? Well, in just 5 simple steps. First, you search for your curriculum objective that you're about to teach. You then find your great lesson. You can then modify that lesson to meet your own needs. You then share that lesson within your own team, monitor the progress of your students in real time, and then use that data to help you plan your future lesson. The reason it works is because it combines a bank of great content, makes it easy for teachers to tweak and modify their lessons. They can share and collaborate within their own team. They never need to leave Lumici to create their lesson plans, and they save a ton of time planning on top of other great lessons. And when we released Lumici, we worked really closely with our pilot schools, 12 schools, 40 teachers for a full term. And although initially there was an investment time in using Lumici, we saw teachers reducing their planning time from 15 hours a week down to just 5 hours a week. And teachers love using Lumici. 80% of teachers use it for at least an hour or more a day. More than half the teachers logging in are sharing their lesson plans. And we have 500 lessons on the platform right now. And we are growing our revenue and our user base. And we will get to 25K in monthly recurring revenue by December this year. And we want to get to $1 million in monthly recurring revenue within the next 3 to 4 years. And it's an open opportunity. We are the only ones doing this in the UK and Europe. Teachers are either doing this manually or hacking together different tools from the web. And that causes a separate problem. We are best placed to dominate the UK and European market and then to replicate this internationally. The segment of the market we're focused on are teachers within education who plan and deliver lessons. And we anticipate to be in 1 in every 5 schools within the next 3 years, giving us a potential revenue of £12 million. And to give you an example of a similar company in the US, Ngrade, they solved another huge problem, marking. And they built an enterprise education software around one feature, their gradebook. And they later got acquired by McGraw-Hill Education for $50 million. And they're currently in 40,000 schools worldwide. And we have a simple business model. Schools can sign up and use Lumici for £2,500 a year. Teams can sign up and use Lumici and share the lesson plans across their department for £399 a year. And teachers can individually sign up and use Lumici for £95 a year. And since we introduced this tiered pricing, we've had 19 departments sign up in just 6 weeks, adding an additional £700 in our revenue per month. And we are the team to do it. We know the attributes and the people we need to help us scale and grow Lumici, targeting teaching school alliances and multi-school academy trusts, departments within schools, and schools who have adopted tablet devices. Therefore, we're raising £500,000 to help us to continue investing in our product, focus on our sales and marketing activities, and to add the team. And I'll leave you with this. We are growing month on month. And we have done 2 of the hardest things in education. Build a product that adds value, and secondly, getting schools to part with their money. Thank you so much for listening to me, and I look forward to speaking to you later.